Today I'm going to be showing you guys the best ways to get better at Fortnite. This is the ultimate beginner's guide for noobs on Fortnite. What I recommend when you log in Fortnite, don't even go into Battle Royale. Like we're not going to go there yet. What I would recommend is go to a creative map. So what you guys are going to want to do is you can go into any edit course. One is pretty good, aim, edit, piece control. If you go into a game without any experience on how to build or aim or shoot or anything, you're not going to win. Practice, 'cause practice makes perfect. That's especially true in Fortnite. So if you practice a ton, like I'd say maybe a couple hours, just getting your if you're on keyboard and mouse or controller, get your settings good and to your liking. You can customize a lot. So practice a couple of hours, get get to the level where you're confident enough to actually get into a game. And I'm gonna show you guys some good ways to build. So once you guys get into your practice or edit course or whatever, you can just head over to, if you're in a aim course like this one, like me, it's on your aim edits. But right now, I'm going to show you guys some good free build. If you go over to free build, I'm going to show you guys some good strats. Alright, so you can go over here. So what you guys want to do, you could just do a simple 1x1. So what you would need to do is just place 4 walls around you like this, and then even what you could do is place a roof above you, place a floor, and then you edit this, and then you can if you want to be pretty tactical, you can do some little peeks, and if they're in the open, what I'd suggest is just open fire at them. Or if you want to rush, if you have, what I recommend, if you don't have a lot of health, I would recommend don't rush them. Probably just stay in your little 1x1 home right here, until, maybe they get third-partied, or you have some heals or something, weapons. And what I would recommend, a good strat that I do, it's a little weird, not a lot of people do it. I usually just carry, 1 shotgun, 2 rifles with long-range scopes. It's a good strat in my opinion, because if you run out of ammo with one of the assault rifles, you can just switch to the other one, and it's a pretty decent strat. And then the rest, 2 empty slots are going to be heals. Another thing, if you're new to Fortnite, don't carry 2 shotguns with you, because you might think it's a good strat because, if one runs out of ammo, you can just switch to the other one. But this will most likely, this could get you killed very easily. Alright, so right here, as you can see, I have 2 shotguns. Here, let me do that. See? You can see that. And then, see, when you try to switch the other one, there's a delay. So that could very easily get you killed. So, yeah, I would not recommend it, ever. Just don't do it. If you don't have to go in to Fortnite just instantly. You don't have to instantly know how to crank 90s like that. You don't have to be like an instant absolute go at building. And there's also a thing called tarping, where you edit your box like this, and then just build. This is especially good if somebody up here, say there's somebody up here, if they have height, tarping is especially useful. Or just moving around, trying to get around to your knocked teammate. Tarping is very useful for that. So yeah, I'd recommend using that. But anyways, I think that's good for the basics of building. So now I think we should work on our aim. So you can go into, there's different shotgun reaction, SMG, hip fire. There's multiple practices for this. But you might want to work on your shotgun aim. It's like this. You can pick up a shotgun. As you can see that. practice like this. This is a really good way to practice your aim. I really recommend doing this. You might want to do it first, maybe. Yeah, so just practice that for a little bit until you're confident in your aim. I recommend doing the shotgun one first if you're an absolute noob. These two ones are pretty good. Let's go to edit. This is pretty important if you're doing build mode. If you're doing zero build, then editing doesn't really matter. But if you want to get really good at building, become a sweat. This is the hard edit course. I would not recommend that first. What I would recommend, you go all the way over here. You go all the way over here to this simple wall edit. As you can see, you can just edit the doors if you're not comfortable with like doing these edits. You can just edit a door and open it, but I wouldn't recommend doing this in a fight. It's kind of slow because like you have to open the door and somebody could just rush in. Like if you edit it, somebody could just rush in. So you can also do these if you are really confident in your builds. Editing for a while until you think you're pretty good. And then this is also the cone reset. You can do this. You have to reset the cone. Pretty simple. Yeah, it's not too hard. As soon as you edit the cone, you're gonna want to edit that wall, edit cone, edit wall, and losing the momentum in building is like very important. Not to lose the momentum because it can throw you off very easily if you're like editing like that. So practice this for 4 hours maybe. Just any of these. Again, I'd start with the one over here, the first one, the simple one. And then, you can work your way through all of these. Unless you are pretty experienced, you can go to some of the harder ones. There's like this one, which is pretty simple. It's just very simple double edits, which might be hard at first. It doesn't take that much, like, it'll take a little getting used to if you're a first timer, but you will get the hang of it eventually, and it'll become pretty easy. So once you have your aim, your edits, and free build for a while, I would recommend going to edit first, and then go to free build. So in 1v1s, a good strat I'd recommend, just quick, and we'll get into a game later, but a strat I recommend, if you're 1v1ing, like you don't have to crank 90s like me, but a good strat if you're beginning and if you don't know how to crank 90s or really build, what you can do, you can just, like I said earlier, you can just go into 1v1, 1 by 1, and if somebody's on height, you can just shoot them down. And I don't know, comment down below if you want a guide on how to win 1v1s, because I'm pretty decent at 1v1s. Alright guys, so once you are confident in your builds after you could practice your builds or an aim as long as you want. Couple weeks, couple days, couple hours, doesn't really matter. I recommend taking kind of a long time to do it, because you're gonna want kind of a decent amount of experience before jumping into Battle Royale, because like I said in the beginning, if you have no experience, you're probably not going to get that beautiful victory royale. Another thing I want to mention, guys, if you buy any skins, if you're new to Fortnite, skins don't do anything for you. They just look cool. But I would recommend not buying any skins for your first time. If you buy a skin and find out you don't even like the game, it'd be kind of a waste of money. But if you really like the game, you can buy skins here. Go to V-Bucks. I recommend hold off purchasing any skins before actually seeing if you even like the game. Now, once you are actually in a game, I'd recommend all the strats that we talked about in this video, and just keep, and even if you don't win, these strats aren't going to make you an instant pro. They're just pretty good strats that I think will make you kind of at least semi-decent and you might just have a better chance at winning the game. Even if you don't win the game, don't be mad. You know, just go into that edit course, any edit course, or even like a free build. So a good spot I would land at, I would probably go to the gas station. It's a pretty good, it's a pretty chill spot. It gives you decent loot, not the best, but at least you're alive. All right, guys. So once you are landing, a good strat. If somebody say there's nobody landing here right now, well, I guess one person. But I would land on the roof. There's only a medkit, and I wouldn't land there. I would go if there's loot on the roof. I would go for it. This guy doesn't have any loot, so what we're gonna do? There's usually chests here, and then you can just go ahead and eliminate them like that. So yeah, it's a pretty decent spot. There's sometimes two chests like right here. And there wasn't any loot in here. If you get lucky, it's basically whoever gets the first gun, that's who kills the other person because you know. But it's actually pretty decent if you manage to like pickaxe the person. There's always gonna be slap over here, which gives you decent amount of heals, and over here there might be some loot, but there's only a medkit, which is actually not bad. So I got a rifle and shockwaves, and there is always a car, and you can fill it up. You can you can just stay here. You don't have to go anywhere. But so now a good tip, just heads up. By the way, there's always a car here as well. So a good tip, if you land at that gas station, I would recommend maybe going over here because there's usually not like a couple, like there's maybe a couple people, but after like a few minutes, usually all of them leave, you know, to rotate or go somewhere, stuff like that. Be kind of cautious. I wouldn't like just run everywhere. As you can see, there was a fight over here, and any loot that hasn't been taken, you can just, you know, take the scraps, you know, take anything that anybody left. Most people's go-to strat is like one shotgun, and then like an SMG, and then like, I mean, you can really have any strat or loadout you want, but I'd recommend the 2 rifle loadout. Not for a beginner, but you know, it's a pretty good strat. And then a strat. Oh, hold on. A strat I'd recommend. Oh, this guy right here. So I hit him for 16. That's not a lot of damage. This guy has more health than me. You can build above them like that. Ah! I lost, but you know, don't be mad. Just get back. You can go back to your edit course or free build or whatever, and just keep practicing until you get good enough to win. And you know, and like I said, that guy had more health than me, so what I would do in that situation, I didn't, but if I was a noob, you should probably box up and, you know, try to get height on them if you can. That's always a good strat, to just beam them. But yeah, so anyways, if you guys want to see more tutorials or any guide videos like this, you know, consider subscribing, because if we get to 1,000 subscribers, I can have a creator code, which I would absolutely love, and you know, it'd just be really nice. So yeah, smash the subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.